Good afternoon, Britain. It's coming up to 2:30.
Yeah, the Chancellor is set to announce that electric vehicles will be hit with a new pay-per-mile tax in the budget later this month.
Well, the scheme, which will be implemented in 2028, according to leaked reports, will see electric vehicle drivers charged 3p per mile, meaning they'll have to pay an extra 250 quid a year for the average driver.
Yes, the electric vehicle tax rate comes amid a falling fuel duty revenue as people are moving from petrol to electric cars.
Well, joining us now is the Managing Director of MotorVise, Fraser Brown. Fraser, thanks indeed for joining us. The Treasury faces a problem. 25 billion quid a year is raised through fuel duty, and if everyone suddenly buys an electric car, there's a £25 billion shaped black hole in the Chancellor's sums.
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, this is all about a Chancellor that's drowning in her own tax and spend squalor and ultimately is reaching out to pretty much anywhere to try and fill black holes that are created by the fact they can't control their MPs to bring down the benefits budget. But when we get to the motor industry and we think about the impact of this for an electric vehicle driver, an EV driver really saves huge amounts if they can access overnight charging. And your average kind of driver that drives a petrol or diesel car will pay about £600 a year in fuel duty. So £250 for your average EV driver based on 3p per mile. It isn't a big blow for EV drivers. It's very unhelpful. It's contradictory to what the government is saying. It smacks of a government in disarray. And it really is just another example of how they're clutching and grasping at things to try and kind of react to the events that are before them instead of having a planned, consistent industrial and business strategy, which is sadly lacking at the moment. So I don't think it's going to stop EV adoption. It will be a minor blip in the road, but I do think it is, contradictory, disorganised, and, just smacks of desperation.
Fraser, it doesn't even matter if you drive or what you drive. This will affect everybody. I mean, deliveries, small businesses. it's just going to be a nightmare again for the economy.
Well, the issue, I'm a small business owner, I have a number of businesses, and we're struggling to make ends meet at the moment. We've got to make decisions. We've just been hit again with a likely rise to £26,500 for the minimum wage. That's going to add a huge amount to bills. So the questions you ask yourself as a business owner is, are you actually going to employ that extra person? We've just actually put one on hold right now because of the speculation around what's going to happen to minimum wage. Combine that with the additional impact on the road tax that's going to come in with this 3p per mile, £250 per EV driver. It will impact everything. You put a charge on delivery vehicles, like you said, you put a charge on anybody that's utilising an electric vehicle. It's exactly the same as putting up minimum wage, because ultimately your person that drives the wagon to get the goods to the supermarket, it then drives up supermarket prices, the people that stack the shelves, all of these things where we're not going to impact working people, nonsense that we hear from this government, is absolutely driving up the cost to everybody, all because they will not make the difficult decisions on tax and spending. And, it's a very, very difficult country to be in business right now. This is just another thing that adds to the cost of living crisis, as they call it, which is being propagated by this government.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Fraser. That's Managing Director of MotorVise, Fraser Brown there for us.